welcome to This Explainer. Today, we are unpacking an absolute powerhouse of a methodology that takes maintenance and completely transforms it from a reactive headache into a proactive, well-oiled engine of reliability. Originally developed by Motorola and then made super famous by GE, Six Sigma is literally the gold standard for operational excellence. So, let's get right into it.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Here is our agenda. 1. What is Six Sigma? 2. Why Six Sigma for maintenance? 3. The DMAIC methodology explained. 4. Six Sigma tools and belts. And finally, 5. Comparing maintenance improvement methods.
Section 1. What is Six Sigma? Let's lay down the foundation concepts.
If you're working anywhere in a maintenance department, I guarantee this question probably haunts you. Why do equipment failures just keep repeating? You know the drill. You fix a pump, and a few months later, bam, the bearing overheats again. You replace a seal, and suddenly you've got seal leakage all over again. It's like a totally frustrating game of mechanical whack-a-mole. You're dealing with long downtime, insane lubrication consumption, spare part shortages. It's just an endless, exhausting loop.
Well, that endless loop is exactly what Six Sigma aims to break. At its core, Six Sigma is a structured, data-driven methodology. The whole point is to improve processes by identifying and eliminating the root causes of defects. You see, in statistics, sigma represents the standard deviation, which is just a fancy way of measuring variation in a process. So, the big takeaway here is that our ultimate goal is to minimize that variation. When we actually reduce variation, our equipment does what it's supposed to do, producing consistent, high-quality results without those unexpected middle-of-the-night breakdowns.
Now, what's really wild is this single number right here, 3.4. What does that actually mean for us? Let's say your plant performs, 1,000 pump maintenance jobs a year. If you're operating at a 3 Sigma level, which honestly is pretty common, you're going to see about 67 of those jobs have defects. But if you optimize your processes to hit that 6 Sigma gold standard, you drop all the way down to just 3.4 defects per 1 million opportunities. I mean, that is an absolutely massive leap in quality and reliability. It's practically eliminating failure.
Section 2. Why Six Sigma for maintenance? This is all about the paradigm shift.
And this brilliantly illustrates the difference. The paradigm shift is night and day. Traditional maintenance is entirely reactive. It's fixing equipment only after it has already failed, which means you're basically just fighting fires all day. Six Sigma completely flips the script. It shifts our entire focus to understanding exactly why those failures happen in the first place, standardizing our work practices, eliminating those root causes, and preventing repeat failures before they ever even happen.
Because of that massive shift in mindset, Six Sigma's objectives in maintenance tie directly into your most vital key performance indicators. The goal here is to aggressively drive up your MTBF, your mean time between failures, and boost your overall equipment availability. But at the exact same time, we're trying to slash your MTTR, your mean time to repair, and drive down your overall maintenance costs. Basically, every single Six Sigma project is specifically designed to move the needle on these exact metrics.
Section 3. The DMAIC methodology explained. Let's look at the improvement cycle.
DMAIC. This is the absolute core of the Six Sigma improvement cycle. Think of it as your investigative detective toolkit, a 5-step roadmap for turning abstract data into permanent mechanical solutions. First up, we define the problem. Then, we measure our current performance. Next, we analyze the data to hunt down that root cause. After that, we improve the process by actually implementing our solutions. And finally, we control the new process to make sure those improvements actually stick around for the long haul.
Okay, let's walk through a real mystery story to see this actually in action. Imagine you've got a centrifugal boiler feed pump that just keeps experiencing bearing failures every 4 months, causing these awful unplanned shutdowns. In the define phase, we set a crystal clear goal: increase our MTBF from 4 to 12 months. Moving into the measure phase, we collect the hard, cold data, vibration readings, temperature, oil analysis, downtime hours. Then we hit analyze, and boom, we discover the true culprits: contaminated lubricant and shaft misalignment. Now we enter the improve phase, where we actually fix it. We install upgraded seals, perform our precision alignment, and set up vibration monitoring. And lastly, in the control phase, we lock it in. We revise standard operating procedures, train the techs, and monitor KPIs monthly so this exact problem never, ever comes back.
Now, catching that culprit during the analyze phase, that doesn't just happen by guessing or going with your gut feeling. You need specific, structured tools for that. These are the analytical tools that really empower a Six Sigma team. You've got the 5 whys, which is brilliantly simple. You just repeatedly ask why until that underlying cause is totally exposed. There's the fishbone, or Ishikawa diagram, to visually map out causes across categories like man, machine, method, and material. We use Pareto analysis, applying the famous 80-20 principle. Fun fact, that was originally discovered by a guy counting peas in his garden. It helps us focus on the vital few causes responsible for the majority of our failures. Then there are tools like failure mode and effects analysis, FMEA, to evaluate potential failures based on severity, occurrence, and detection. And we wrap all of this together with statistical analysis, using control charts and histograms to really spot the trends.
Section 4. Six Sigma Tools and Belts. We're talking roles and responsibilities. Now, you might be sitting there thinking you need a PhD in advanced statistics to pull this off. Definitely not true. Six Sigma actually uses a really cool martial arts belt system to organize everyone's responsibilities. A white belt just needs to grasp the basic concepts. Yellow belts are there to support the improvement teams. Green belts actually step up and lead departmental projects. Black belts take on the heavy hitters, the complex, organization-wide challenges. Master Black. To really bring this to life, let's look at how these teams operate in a massive, high-stakes environment, like a power plant. A Six Sigma team here might tackle boiler maintenance, turbine systems, cooling water systems, or even full-scale outage management. For example, if a plant is constantly battling recurring boiler tube leaks, a green belt or black belt team will step right in. They'll deploy their analytical tools to figure out if the root cause is, say, water chemistry issues or maybe thermal fatigue. They'll implement the corrective actions and then use that crucial control phase to monitor the system and ensure that specific leak is history.
Section 5. Comparing maintenance improvement methods. Let's look at some other methodologies.
We have to acknowledge there are quite a few ways to improve maintenance, and it's absolutely crucial to know when to use which tool. Lean maintenance is fantastic, but its primary focus is all about eliminating waste and streamlining workflow, like cutting down excess inventory or waiting times. RCM, reliability-centered maintenance, is highly focused on picking the absolute best maintenance strategy for your most critical assets. TPM, total productive maintenance, is all about getting the operators themselves heavily involved to maximize equipment effectiveness. But Six Sigma? Six Sigma is your precision sniper rifle. It is the ultimate methodology specifically engineered to reduce defects and minimize process variation to drive up quality. Honestly, the most successful organizations figure out how to integrate all these methodologies together.
So what does this all mean for us? We've walked through the incredible power of minimizing variation, the deep, detective-like investigative process of the DMAIC framework, and the specific tools and teams required to make it a reality. Transforming your culture from reactive firefighting to a proactive, data-driven reliability program is going to lower your lifecycle costs and firmly push you toward true operational excellence. The only question left is, are you ready to stop putting Band-Aids on the symptoms and finally fix the root cause? Apply this DMAIC framework to your own operations and just watch your reliability absolutely soar. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I will catch you on the next one.
Six Sigma helps maintenance teams reduce defects and improve reliability. Using DMAIC, maintenance becomes smarter and data-driven. Six Sigma transforms